There's a lot of developers that are starting off and they want to create incredible communities. They're just not sure how. And so for us to come in and to bring the incredible amount of experience and knowledge that we have is super important. By starting early on and really going ahead and laying that foundation of what a great community would be, they're able to go ahead and be set up for success.
When you build a community, it's very complex, and it takes a great team of consultants to make that vision come a reality. FirstService Development Advisors was one of the first people on my team because they have the expertise and they helped me unfold Ladera Ranch and put it today in a place where it's best in class.
I think the staff has a lot of appreciation for what's here and takes a lot of pride in managing this community. When you see people out in the community using the amenities, kids laughing and enjoying a splash pad, it brings a certain level of satisfaction.
I really love knowing that I'm making an impact in our communities, and I love the fact that I can walk raw land and wear a hard hat on a construction site, and then years later come back and see the smiles on residents and our management teams knowing that I was part of that project.
FirstService has been an advisor to Quadrant Global on all of our residential projects. And before we undertake the monumental task of developing a large condominium building, we consult with a number of different folks, contractors, architects, sales and marketing agents, and FirstService is an important component of that for the management and for the design as it relates to the operation of the building.
The best way to understand what a developer's needs are is to have great communication with them, open communication in terms of understanding what their vision is for the project, what it's going to look like in the end. And so we take that all into account when we are working with the developer and providing our consulting services.
You know, it takes an organization that has the volume of experience and the depth of experience that only FirstService has, in order to provide the type of feedback that's most valuable to developers.
I love what I do because I get to have an imprint on the cities that I work in.
Advising developers, that's a big job. It's an exciting job. The master plan community development world is very collaborative, and when there's a successful development, everybody wants to duplicate it. And so then they look to that developer and go, okay, what did you do? And they want to speak to all the experts. And FirstService is the expert in association management.
We've been partnering with FirstService for over 20 years now. And so every year, every project, it keeps getting better because we're both really of the same mindset. And how can we continue to elevate this sense of excellence? How can we get better at what we do? They're a big part of our team. I view them as our team, so they're wonderful.
With greater complexity, with a higher expectation of service, you really need to align yourselves with a managing agent, and in this case, a early stage consultant that knows how these buildings need to operate to provide the highest level of service to discerning residents.
At the end of the day, it's all about people's homes and where they live. Our job is to make sure that they are happy where they live. This is probably one of the largest investments of their lives. I want to make sure that they're happy with that decision and that they are happy living in the building that they chose.
Our success is FirstService's success and vice versa. This combination of efforts pays huge dividends for all of us and makes us very proud. It's a great alignment.
You go into any market that we have, it is not uncommon to find people that have worked here for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. It's not uncommon to find people that have been recently attracted to the organization who come with an enormous business acumen and resume on their own before they get here. That ability, I think, is absolutely tied to the brand. We're operating every kind of association that you could possibly think of, whether it's big-time high-rises in places like New York and Miami, or whether it's big-time master plan communities in California or Arizona. At FirstService Development Advisors, we are absolutely built to deliver on the largest scale of development. That's really our sweet spot. That's our expertise. That's what we can deliver a lot of value.